There we go. Well, heck. Hey everybody, welcome to Jason Explains Things. Today we have a very special Will It Run or Will It Mow episode for you today. So we have a genuine barn find John Deere LA120 lawn tractor. These were made for about 13 years, ending the run in 2020, although similar ones are still sold to this day and they are not cheap. This one was cheap. In fact, it was free because it was just taking space up in my friend Rob's barn. It hasn't run, he said, in at least 5+ years. To prove to you that this is a genuine barn find, let's jump back in time to see me pulling it out of the barn. There it is. Could not be any more excited about this. This is awesome. Will it hold air? Oh yeah. Bagger parts?
You might have to heat that up and.
Oh yeah. Out there? Nah, it doesn't matter.
What's that?
Oh, I was gonna say we could lock the rear wheels if you wanted to.
Yeah, good idea. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't putting engine.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, this is much better than.
Oh yeah, no. I've fully endorsed your method now. Perfect. That ain't going nowhere. Gotta do that. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I'll see you tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Nate's 40th surprise birthday party is tonight. Doing this all before that. I got the mower back home, and there it sat for about a month. But it's time to get the John Deere going. Let's first do a walk around and cover all the work that needs to be done. And hey, if you like videos about fixing up cars, trucks, or the occasional lawnmower, you should probably subscribe. The thing I'm the most excited about when it comes to this new mower is this engine, if we can get it running. It looks like it needs some work. This is a 21 horsepower, 724cc V-twin manufactured by Briggs & Stratton. Very, very cool, kind of a nicer fuel system than my old mower, but it looks like it needs a lot of work. First off, it's currently very low on oil. There's barely any on the dipstick when you check that out. Also, both valve covers look like the gaskets are leaking terribly and have been for many, many years. We're also missing some of the battery terminal cables. My friend Rob, the last thing that he kind of tried with this was putting in a new battery that wasn't the right one, and then he didn't have the cables anymore, and then they got lost. So I have new cables we'll check out along with the new battery, so hopefully the electrical system in this is fine, but we definitely have a lot of maintenance to do on this engine. Underneath our worn yellow seat, we have a couple really cool things you want to take note of. First off, we have the filler cap for the gas tank. The gas tank in this one is apparently leaking, so we're gonna have to address that, but we also have this that I want to make sure everyone knows where to find this. This is a cheat sheet from John Deere with your maintenance schedule, and then also often you'll have all of the kind of the common parts that you're going to need to replace all listed here for you. We have the air filter, blade, fuel filter, deck belt, oil filter, and the oil type. Got our serial number down here. It's made in Illinois, and the date of manufacture on this guy, 11/22/06. So essentially made on Thanksgiving of 2006. This beast is nearly 20 years old. I am very curious to know if a nearly 20-year-old John Deere is worth putting a bunch of work and a little bit of money into, and if it's gonna end up being better than if I were to go buy a brand new one of these. I guess there's only one way to find out. For all the parts, supplies, and tools I'm using in this video, check the description for a list and links to everything. Amazon is a great place to find most of this stuff, including some very affordable tune-up kits that include most of what you need. I'll also list name brand spark plugs and oil filter options as well. To do a full tune-up service on a Briggs 724cc V-twin, you'll need 2 quarts of 10W30 oil. Conventional or synthetic is fine. An oil filter, Briggs part number 696854 or equivalent. An air filter and pre-filter, 2 spark plugs, Champion part number RC12YC or equivalent. And I'm also replacing the valve cover gaskets, the positive battery terminal cable, the fuel filter, and I'm splurging on a nice Interstate U1 Gold battery. Because several of the tires are done for, I'm going to go ahead and replace all of them. FYI, I paid full price for all this stuff. None of it is sponsored. Again, use the list and links in the description if you're working on one of these yourself. Okay, we've got oil in the engine. I didn't fill it up all the way because whatever's in there now is gonna get drained out when I do a full service. I just wanna hear it run first, and if anything, to get it a little bit warm. And then also, obviously, we just hooked up the battery, and I did order the right cable, so that's awesome. So because the fuel system is likely leaky, I don't wanna just pour a bunch of gas into the gas tank. What I'm gonna use is a portable fuel tank that I've used for like working on motorcycles and other small engine things. And I'll link to a new one of these in the description for you. Open the valve, check for leaks. It leaks. Why is it leaking? It's leaking a whole bunch. Well, heck. This is the Mikuni fuel pump for this particular engine. If that's leaking, it's because there's an internal diaphragm that is not serviceable. Has likely dried and cracked, and now just everything's getting past it. All right, well, timeout. Shopping timeout. Amazon timeout. All right. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I think it's this way. Fuel pump, fuel pump. Yes. Yes. So this fuel pump from O'Reilly's is an aftermarket one. And also, if you want the genuine one, I think it's actually cheaper than this one, which was $45, but I really want this son of a gun to run today, so let's install it. Fuel on, mess not happening, hooray. That's good. Come on. It runs really bad. Everything okay? Yeah, all right. We're gonna open up the garage door because fumes are bad, and we're gonna see if we can get it to run for a little while. It's working! It's working!
It's working! It's working!
She runs, but she doesn't run great. So actually, before I do the oil change, I want to do something else. One of the great things about good old-fashioned Seafoam is that you can use it to kind of clean out the inside of an engine if there's like sludge, that sort of thing. So to do that, you apply 1 ounce per quart of oil inside the engine. So for this 724cc engine, it's 2 quarts. And so we're gonna do 2 ounces in there. We're gonna let it run for a while, let it stink up my my shop space again for a while, and then we'll drain all the old stuff out and do an oil change. Sounds smoother too. I ran non-ethanol premium gas mixed with Seafoam to clean out the carburetor as well, and let it run until it ran out. With the engine hot, I drained out the old oil. It was very, very dirty, but I was happy to see no metal or other contaminants in the oil at all. Time to replace the old oil filter. To do that, all you need is an oil filter wrench.
So Jason, you usually have this thing where you clean your vehicles before you work on them.
Yep.
What was your strategy with this thing?
I did not want to bother with that unless I knew that it ran.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah. So Ripley, to install a new oil filter on your lawn tractor, you want to lubricate the O-ring like this. The other thing you want to make sure is that this mating surface where the O-ring is going to touch is all clean too. So we're going to take our rag and we go like that. We just screw this on by hand. And then you tighten it by hand. You don't use any tools. Probably like right there. Hey, well, it's a week later. I've been procrastinating on the mower. That back tire is flat again. Since we know that this is a viable mower, viable engine, I think we need to clean it before we do anything else on it. That blade doesn't look that bad. Smells like it's gonna work. Before new oil, I need to replace the valve cover gaskets. The old ones were very brittle and would have started leaking immediately. After cleaning, I like to do a thin bead of RTV on the cover, then put the new paper gasket in place, and then do a second very thin bead of RTV, and then put the cover back on, tightening the bolts down in a crisscross pattern. I've heard it both ways that the RTV helps prevent leaks and that it's not necessary. Let me know your opinion in the comments. The second valve cover has the vacuum hose that runs the fuel pump. Thankfully, that little hose looked great. So that's the last time I'll need to remove the new fuel pump. Next, I removed the old air filter and pre-filter, cleaned the air box with carb cleaner, and then installed the new filters. I removed the old spark plugs, and they were the Champion RC12YC plugs I had planned on putting in. They looked to be in perfect shape, so I put them back in, and will save the new ones for a future service. For finishing up the fuel system, I trimmed the worn end of the fuel line at the back of the gas tank, and then trimmed the other side slightly shorter so that I could add an inline shutoff valve. After that, I used new 1/4-inch fuel line and clamps to install a new fuel filter and hooked it up to the fuel pump. I thought that would solve all the remaining issues. Stay to the very, very end of the video for an update on that. The oil capacity for this engine is 2 quarts. I poured in 1.5 quarts, some fuel into the gas tank, and then ran the engine. The puff of white smoke on startup was from the Seafoam mix from earlier. The engine sounded great, very healthy and smooth. I used the dipstick to top off the oil level, and ended up using exactly 2 quarts. That's perfect. But before we can test out how the John Deere mows, we need new tires. You know what's better than removing an old tire with tire spoons? Having a buddy who just bought a tire machine on Facebook Marketplace.
Never done a little tire like this.
Thank you for buying a tire machine, Nate.
Yeah. It's actually the only reason I bought it, to help Jason.
Yay!
Throw it on the ground.
Threw it on the ground.
Yeah. Oh, it's sliding. Oh, maybe
no, it's gonna make it. It's gonna make it. It's gonna make it.
I don't think so. We'll go there.
Woo! High five.
Did stuff.
Yay! We're gonna be mowing tonight, I think. Maybe. I installed the new rear tires along with new front tires. Don't forget to grease the zerks on the 2 front wheels and the steering components. I figured since I had already gone this far, I should temporarily remove the mower deck and sharpen the blades. And I was glad I did. The deck is in good shape, but needed a cleaning. I removed the blades with an impact and sharpen them up with a flappy disc and angle grinder. Not perfect, but I would say good enough. Don't forget to torque your blades when you install them. I torqued mine to 30 foot-pounds. Last step, let's fix that cracked seat with some fancy yellow duct tape. My lovely wife, Amy, just showed up at the perfect magical moment. Let's see if it moves under its own power. Really happy to see this. The service hours are working. This mower has 290.5 hours on it. She runs, moves, and the blades spin, but does she mow? Well, everybody, the verdict is in. The barn find John Deere, will it mow? Yes, it will. In fact, this is the nicest mower I have ever used, frankly, in my life. It is so much smoother and quieter and easier to control. Frankly, I think this was the fastest I ever mowed my backyard. I'm sorry to my old Craftsman, but she's retired. This one takes its place, and I cannot thank my friend Rob enough for offering me this free Ranwen Park mower, because I'm gonna keep it and you can't have it back. Hey, if you're out there and you need a new mower, well, ask around, maybe ask some friends, find a Facebook Marketplace find for, for free or for a couple $100, and you might get just as lucky as I did. If you want to check out more videos where I do a bunch of lawn care and small engine stuff, I will link to some old videos down in the description where I used to do that all the time. But as for me in 2026, it is time to get back to some truck stuff. Until next time, God bless all of you. Don't forget to do it yourself. Surprise update on the John Deere. Well, I was mowing with this for the second time and I ran out of gas just before finishing my yard, and I'm like, why did I run out of gas so fast? This thing is crazy, like thirsty. But then I realized something when I could smell gas. Apparently these like to split at the seams and go bad, and then they do that. So I get to buy a new gas tank. I guess this isn't done. Should I do a video about installing a gas tank? Probably not. But anyway, still a great mower. I love it. It's just not as free as it was earlier.